The NBA has tons of what-if stories. Players who were destined for greatness but failed to live up to the promise due to many internal and external factors. Yao Ming falls into this category. According to Robert Horry, while Yao was a beast in his prime, the Chinese center could have maxed out his potential and been one of the greatest. Yao was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2016, which forged his name in the history books as a legend. Looking back, he played only 8 seasons in the league, with his last season marked with injuries that forced him to retire. Big Shot Rob, who has played with some of the best bigs in history, believes that if Yao had stayed healthy, he would have been mentioned alongside Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant. He was so knowledgeable of the history of basketball, and I think that's one of the things that never gets talked about, his IQ. Because if his lower body wouldn't have went out, he'd probably be considered one of the greatest because he could play. He was very skilled, very smart. Horry said per SB Nation. As Horry noted, Yao's intelligence extended to the sport's rich history. In their conversations, the iconic Rockets center would drop players' names from the past, a proof that he has spent countless hours learning about the game. He was so big, and he was such a nice guy. I got to know him well because, the Rockets organization, and we have a conversation, and he's talking about basketball, and he's bringing up all these old players, and I'm looking at him like, "Yo, dude, I thought you didn't speak English," Horry said. Speaking on Yao's game, Horry pointed out how the Chinese icon wasn't just 7'6". He had a deep, offensive package that included a smooth stroke. In other words, Yao wasn't one of those extra tall guys in the gym who were nudged into playing basketball. The man had talent. People don't understand how big he was and how strong, and the fact that he wasn't just gonna bully you. He was just like, "I'm gonna shoot this turnaround jumper." He was so skilled. He shot the technical fouls for that team, no matter who was on the court. That's how good he was, Horry said. According to his former teammate Rafer Alston, Yao had an undeniable impact on the game and his teammates with his presence and dedication to improve his craft. In an interview for Vlad TV, Skip to My Lou shared cool stories about his time with the Houston Rockets and Yao after he got traded from the Toronto Raptors. Playing with Yao Ming was one of the greatest times of my basketball life from a standpoint that he made you want to get better and go about your job the right way, every day. If practice started at 11, Yao Ming is in the building at 9 working on his game, working on his footwork, working on his free throws, working on his turnaround post-up moves. He's already in a full sweat. I always got to the gym at 10, and I thought I was doing something. I'm doing my thing. I'm coming early, I'm working hard, working on my body, working on my jump shot. Yao is already in there in a full sweat, doing his thing. I have to credit getting traded and watching Yao every day to make sure I continue to do the right thing at all times. Yao is a phenomenal individual, and not everyone had the chance to see him outside the arena. Yao is a good guy, a funny guy, said Alston via Vlad TV. Let's not forget that Yao played in an era when the league was stacked with talented bigs. Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, Ben Wallace, Alonzo Mourning, Jermaine O'Neal, and Kevin Garnett were just some of the players Yao matched up with. If you enter a room full of NBA fans and scream that Yao is better than all of them, a handful would shake your hand in agreement.